The Matrix is real, and you were never meant to fit in. The Matrix is real, but it's not wires and machines. It's the system you were born into. The one that told you to obey without question, to work, consume, repeat, and never ask why. Look around you, businessmen, teachers, lawyers, even your own family. Good people, but still plugged in, still asleep, still trapped in a dream they think is real. And here's the hardest truth. Most of them aren't ready to be free. Because freedom requires responsibility, and most would rather serve the lie than face the weight of the truth. See, when you start waking up, you become the enemy to the system. Not because you're dangerous, but because you're free. And free minds inspire others to break their chains. But the system isn't scared of your fist, it's scared of your mind. It fears what happens when you think for yourself, when you stop playing the role it assigned to you. They'll call you crazy, a conspiracy theorist, a problem, a rebel. But that's how you know you're on the right path, because truth was never meant to fit in. You weren't born to be a slave. You were born to wake others up. Not everyone will make it, and that's okay. Your mission is for the ones who feel it in their soul. The ones who look around and know this ain't it. You don't need permission to break free. You just need the courage to see. And once you see it, you can never go back. Because the real world isn't easy, but it's real. And once you've tasted truth, illusion will never satisfy you again.
What do you become when there's no light left to follow? Most people break, some hide. But the warrior, he becomes the light. He doesn't walk with crowds, he doesn't speak to be heard. He moves like a shadow but burns like a star. He doesn't chase power, he carries purpose. When the sky collapsed, he didn't run. He stood still.
Prayer for December 2nd, 2025. Lord, thank you for this new day and the gift of life. I pray for everyone listening. Cover them with your protection, fill their hearts with peace, and renew their strength. Guide their thoughts, bless their families, and open the right doors. Let today bring joy, growth, and divine favor. Keep us close to you in every moment. Amen.
To the person watching this, I want to see you win. I want to see you smash every single dream you have. I want to see you overcome all of the barriers you face. I wish for your success, and trust me, I want to see you succeed. I'm your biggest fan, your top supporter, and I'll be with you at your every single step of the way. You're destined for greatness.
This is such a good... When David fought Goliath. Goliath was mocking him. The Philistines. But guess who we have?
Chopping wood significantly increases testosterone levels even more than competitive activities and sports. They found a 48% increase in testosterone levels in all men regardless of age or the state of health, after just 1 hour of tree chopping or chopping wood on a chopping block. So know this, probably even more than lifting weights in athletic competitions, chopping wood raises testosterone more than almost any one of those.
If you think that successful negotiations are successful because of logic or compromise, you're losing money. Tactically, emotional, intelligent negotiation is the way you make great deals and the way you have great long-term relationships. Negotiation is really about what people are making decisions based on what they care about, which I'm afraid that by definition, that makes decision-making an emotional process.
You know when people say you're going to burn all your bridges, you'll end up with no one left? People used to throw that at me like it was some sort of threat. And back then, it would genuinely scare me. Now, I'm like, hand me the petrol. I'll bring my own lighter. When you spent your whole life shrinking yourself to keep other people comfortable, burning a bridge is not dramatic. It's self-defense. I don't want to stay connected to people who drain me, disrespect me, or make me question my own sanity. That's not a bridge, it's a trap. I used to believe that keeping people in my life, even the wrong people, somehow made me a better person. But now I would rather stand alone than spend another second walking across that bridge that collapses every time I step on it. And anyone who's neurodivergent will get this. When you see the patterns in someone's behaviour, when you sense the inconsistencies, when your gut is screaming, you just cannot unsee it. You can't pretend, you can't play dumb, just to keep the peace. Sometimes that means walking away. Sometimes that means burning the whole bloody structure down. And it's not bitterness, it's not about being angry, it's about finally valuing your own well-being. If someone makes you feel small, you make you question yourself, and then make you feel. If someone talks to you like they're superior, the conversation leaves you feeling like you're a problem. Every instinct in your chest says otherwise. Burning bridges doesn't mean you can know what a clear space of life is.
Guys, I've been fortunate enough to lead men in life or death situations. And what I'm seeing today in leadership will get people killed. Here's what's broken and how we fix it. Guys, let's go back to September 23rd, 2005. I was a young, brand new SEAL officer, and I thought I knew everything, man. I was walking right alongside those two dangerous companions, arrogance and ego. It almost cost me my career, guys. And I was at rock bottom, being the victim and not a victor. I had this victim mentality. I meet all these leaders that are out there that they're focused on when they become a leader, I must lead others. Like, I gotta tell people what to do because I'm a leader. But so often they're neglecting the fact that when you tell someone what to do, you better be leading yourself at the highest level. And if people are following you because they have to, not because they want to, you will never have an elite organization. You will have average, marginal, or a bad at best. And guess what? That applies in your family also. Guys, there's three components of building a strong leadership mindset. 75% of leadership is your ability to lead yourself. People will follow you if you give them the reasons. Lead yourself, lead others, lead always. Don't be like the fracturing of leadership that's occurring in this country because people want some shortcut to become a leader and just tell people what to do. Do as I say, not as I do. Guys, I made that mistake. And it almost cost me my career. We need strong leaders. Get out there, lead yourself, lead others, lead always. Watch your business and company soar.
All right, let's talk about something that might sound complicated, but it's a core argument that could shake the very foundations of our legal system. It's about the Bar Association, and why its authority might be completely void from the very beginning. Stick with me, because this gets deep. So when you think of the legal system, you think of judges, lawyers, and courts, right? And you probably assume they're all part of the government, operating under the Constitution. But what if I told you that the entity that controls almost all the lawyers and judges, the Bar Association, is actually a private club, a non-governmental organization? This is where the problem starts. This is a core structural argument I've been developing. The Bar Association was set up without what's called lawful consideration of the checks and balances that are fundamental to our Constitution. Think about it. The founders were obsessed with separating powers, legislative, executive, judicial, to prevent any one group from having too much control. They wanted a system where power was balanced, and ultimately, the power came from we the people. But where does the Bar Association fit into this? It doesn't. It's not a co-equal branch of government. There is no balancing body that represents the common law authority of the people to check the bar's power. Instead, this private organization has managed to embed itself into both the legislative process, influencing laws, and the judicial process, controlling who gets to be a lawyer or a judge. Yet it remains almost completely immune from public accountability. You can't vote them out. You can't use the Freedom of Information Act to see their records. They've crossed a constitutional line between what should be delegated government authority and what is clearly a private interest. This brings us to the legal concept of failure of consideration. In simple terms, any contract or agreement is only valid if both sides give something of value. This is called consideration. If one side gets all the power and the other side gets nothing, no oversight, no accountability, then the contract is void from the start. Void ab initio, as the lawyers say. So let's apply this. The Bar Association's authority doesn't come from the people. It comes from a self-declared, self-regulating structure. They make their own rules. They enforce their own rules, and they punish anyone who breaks their rules. There is no reciprocal body, no outside group, that limits or reviews their actions in a meaningful way. The judiciary, which is supposed to be the check, is filled with members of the bar. It's a closed loop. This isn't just a small procedural issue. This is a foundational defect. Because there was no lawful consideration, because there's no balance of power representing the people, their entire claim to authority is arguably null and void. From the very beginning, this argument isn't just a complaint. It forms the basis of a jurisdictional challenge. It questions whether they ever had the right to govern the legal profession in the first place. When a private entity wields this much governmental power without any constitutional basis or public accountability, it's not just an imbalance. It's a breakdown of the entire system designed to protect us. And that's the argument we need to start making, loudly and clearly. The emperor has no clothes, and it's time we pointed it out.
What is Section 1983? Section 1983 of Title 42 of the U.S. Code is by far the most important statute available to civil rights practitioners. The statute creates a cause of action for the violation of an individual's constitutional rights. The statute applies only to state and local officials, not to federal government officials.
I don't always trust the government, but when I do, I trust it to steal my money, spy on my family, and sell out my country.